Hey, how's it going? Today I'm talking about fearing the balloon ladies, why you have it, and how to crush it.
This is Running to the Castle, a podcast for injury-prone Run Disney runners on a journey to running magical miles. Join me, Dr. Allie, as I share the secrets I've gathered as a runner, doctor of physical therapy, and coach. You'll learn the exact ways I get my clients to the castle strong without feeling broken or held together with KT tape as they cross the finish line.
I want to talk today about something I hear all the time from runners I work with. What if I don't finish? Not because they haven't trained, not because they don't care, but because they've had a bad finish before or never made it there at all. Maybe that was your last dopey. Maybe you got swept. Maybe you finished, but barely. And you spent the rest of the trip limping through Disney with blisters, knee pain, and so much soreness that you couldn't enjoy a thing. Now, even though the race is months away, you're already anxious. So let's talk about it. This finish line anxiety doesn't mean you're weak. It means your body remembers the stress of last time. It's not irrational. You have been through hard things. You've trained through pain. You've crossed a finish line dizzy, cramping, or with tears in your eyes, and not from joy, but from survival. So now you're doing the right things. You downloaded the training plan. You're committed to your long runs. You're strength training. You're stretching, foam rolling, fueling. And that anxiety is still in the back of your head whispering, but what if it happens again? Let me tell you something I tell my clients all the time. Effort isn't the issue. Overload is. Too much, too soon. Most of my clients are already doing too much. They're not lazy. They're not inconsistent. They're pushing through. And that's the problem. You don't have finish line anxiety because you're undertrained. You have it because your training has burned you before. Here are 3 reasons I see this over and over again. You're following a plan that's too aggressive for your recovery needs. These one-size-fits-all plans build mileage too fast, especially for slow, back-of-the-pack, or injury-prone runners. If every long run leaves you wiped for days, no wonder the marathon scares you. You're piling strength training on top of exhaustion. Instead of backing off when your body needs rest, you're stacking stress. You assume pain means weakness, so you add heavy lifting or more reps when you really need recovery. You're confusing consistency with progress. You're checking the boxes, sure, but you're limping away from every box you check. That's not progress, it's survival. And deep down, your brain remembers it. And I get it. You see all the runners on Instagram or Facebook posting about their fastest 10K yet. They're getting faster every run. They're getting farther and faster all the time. But social media is the highlight reel. Are these runners for real? And I'm not saying these runs and these times aren't real. I'm sure they are. But we aren't seeing them limping around after, exhausted all week, barely able to get out the door, pushing through Achilles pain, IT band syndrome, and runner's knee. Or your doctor told you were weak and that's why you have pain. And I believe your doctor believes this to be true. It's what it looks like on the outside from a 5-second assessment. And doctors don't have the time to look into it at all, right? They barely look up from the computer to even see what you look like, let alone hear about months of training and pain. And you are consistent. You're doing all of the work. Like I said, checking all the boxes. But are they the right boxes? Are you doing things that'll be helpful, or are you the husband that power washes the side of the house the morning of a barbecue when you need him to go buy ice? He's checking a box, but it's not a helpful box. So of course you feel anxious. Your nervous system is warning you. This almost broke us last time. Be careful. But here's the good news. You don't have to train that way again. The first step to crushing finish line anxiety and fearing the balloon ladies is retraining your brain to see training as something that makes you stronger, not something you survive. Let me give you a few practical shifts you can make this week. Adjust your long run strategy. Instead of jumping 2 miles at a time, increase your long run by just 10%. It's not sexy. It's not Instagram worthy. It's boring, and your body won't panic, and that's the point. Don't skip strength, but scale it. After a long run, switch to body weight strength or floor-based movements. Save the heavy stuff for midweek when your nervous system is fresher. Add a recovery ritual. Olaf likes warm hugs. I like warm baths. Use a hot Epsom salt bath. Or foam rolling, gentle mobility after a run. Send your body the message, we're done, we're safe. And if you start to feel pain, don't crowdsource a quick fix in a Facebook group. Ask, what changed in the past 2 weeks? Am I piling too much on? Pain is a pattern, not an accident. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah did everything right last year. She followed the free dopey training plan, added strength, fueled smart, but by the time she hit the double digits, she was constantly hurting. Every run was a battle. This year, we cut her mileage down, slowed her down, focused on recovery, and by race weekend, she finished every race feeling strong and even spent the rest of the day walking around Epcot like a total boss. No Advil, no ice packs, just Mickey-shaped snacks and pure joy. That's what happens when you stop pushing harder and start training smarter. If finish line anxiety has been gnawing at you, even if you're doing everything right, you're not broken, but your training might be. And you don't have to figure this out alone. If you're ready for a smarter plan, clearer path, and support from a coach who gets it, Stronger, Faster Finisher is where we work together to build that plan for you. So you don't just finish, you finish strong and proud and able to enjoy the rest of your trip. If you're listening to this the day that this podcast episode drops, enrollment opens June 26. I invite you to join. I hope to see you there. If you're feeling nervous about whether you can actually cross the finish line at Dopey, if you've been training hard but still wondering, will I really make it? I want you to know there's a better way. Stronger, Faster Finisher is built for runners just like you. The slow, injury-prone, not really a runner, runners who aren't chasing a podium. You're chasing a personal record in fun. You want those castle photos, those character stops, that pineapple cider at the finish line without feeling broken, defeated, or like you barely survived. Inside Stronger, Faster Finisher, you'll build your training smarter with the right mileage, the right pacing, and the right recovery. So you don't just survive Dopey. You'll finish it strong, proud, and smiling, exactly the way you imagined. As always, thanks so much for listening. That's all for now. Talk to you soon.